Yeah,
I didn't even notice that before.
I think when we finally decide to do like on level extremes, Valley Commando's not gonna be that bad.
Yeah.
And I did it as a tank, so I actually have experience as a tank instead of like, you know, something else.
Nice, nice.
I ran that 9 times today. I've got 9 totems.
Very nice.
Hey, Brittany, the pole lady's level 91. Woo!
Woo!
Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom.
Hey, Terminal. Terminal.
Hello.
What's up? I'll be right back.
Not too much. Thought I could sleep, but nope, denied.
Yeah, fill up.
I'm sorry.
I got some weed gummies here that
Yeah.
put you to sleep.
Yeah, give me some.
I feel like that rank is so far away. I need so much progress.
I believe in you. You can do it.
You believe in the me that doesn't believe in me? Is that how this works?
Sure, something like that.
I need rank 4 the most. I wish I could gold that one, but I just can't. Right. Oh, I need bonus. I don't have any bonus. I'm sad. Aqua extract. Where's that? There it is. Yeah, I've got a bunch of... All the ones that are M's are just random ones I've had to, like, convert macros for. Because these do not work with my current gear for Culinarian. Tried using them, they don't work. I'm mad about it. I think it's because the ones that these work on are they were these. They're the ones that purple. They have extra stats on them.
Yeah, if you have
The mastery thing or whatever.
mastery, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I will have done a lot of things today if I can get this unlocked. I went into Valigamonda Extreme today. I have learned the
Yeah.
fight. Yeah.
Did
It
you
was
clear
pretty
it?
fun. Oh yeah, I got 9 totems. Cleared it a couple of times.
Oh, nice.
The first time going in.
Yeah?
Yep.
That's very cool.
Yeah, a dude that was in my chat yesterday was like, yeah, we can do this stuff. And then bright-eyed and bushy-tailed early in the morning, he's like, hey, you ready to go do that? I was like, I need to wake up. So a breakfast sandwich and some coffee later, and we're feather deep in Valigamonde.
Yeah.
Yep. I'd say by the 3rd run, I had a pretty good grasp of the fight.
Yeah, when you start to get used to it, then it's actually pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
You just need a good DPS to get the fight done. When I was doing on my first static, when it was still on current content, it was like we were like 1% off. Then we wiped.
Oh, man.
I just looked at Fister's stream. He still is rocking the pompadour.
He's still a pompadour of light.
I think he's gonna need to change that before we continue the MSQ.
No, he seemed to really be digging it.
I don't know, I think he just forgets that his hair is a thing.
I don't know how you could forget that. I might as well stream too. I could have been streaming like the whole day, but I haven't. Oh, waste. See, there we go. Let's see. 4 is what I need the most of. Freshness preservation. Which one is this? Oh crap, it's that one again.
Throw a little ranch on it if you want. That's what you did last
What's
time.
this one over here?
James, I'm not making food just for you to throw it away, alright?
Beach is hard to be beat on play.
Let me swap to that.
The funny thing is, he's now saying it's spicy.
What a dork.
Last time, nope, not spicy. This time, spicy.
That sounds about right.
It's the exact same thing.
There's a pretty good possibility, since they don't regulate stuff like that, that it could potentially be spicier than last time.
Could be.
That's the thing with buffalo. Buffalo is not a consistent spice. Sometimes
No.
it's more vinegar. Sometimes it's more spice. Sometimes it's the perfect combination.
It's true. Still delicious.
I mean, yeah, because I like tart. I like buffalo.
I still have never had buffalo chicken.
It's a vinegar-based spice.
I don't know that I'd like it.
And it depends on your opinion of tart things.
Actually, that's a lie. When Josh was here visiting me, we had buffalo chicken rollers from 7-Eleven.
What's a buffalo chicken roller?
It's this chicken meat conglomerate stuff shaped like a hot dog that is put on a roller thing, like they cook hot dogs on at like carnivals and stuff.
Oh. Yeah?
And it's seasoned with buffalo chicken flavoring.
Huh.
They weren't too bad.
Okay. Oh, 40's probably enough for that. Yeah, I would say I'm gold. Let me start crafting.
That's a really dry form of buffalo chicken. Not sloppy or wet at all.
A lot of buffalo
Fish.
chickens are dry.
I don't know. I've had moist ones.
Oh, right, but I'm saying like
Moist
they even
ones are
have dry
pretty
rubs.
good. Hmm.
Like buffalo chicken dry rub.
They have dry rub for that?
Yeah.
How do they manage that?
What, James? Yeah, I would just eat all of it, bud. If you want to throw some ranch on it, go for it.
Or if he doesn't want to alter the flavor too much, you can put a little bit of sour cream in there. That'll cut it.
Yeah.
Sour cream will help.
Back when I had a lot of acid reflux, I would put sour cream into stuff that was like highly acidic because it cuts it pretty well.
Mm.
So your
Makes
first
something
task
extra creamy.
is to go and change your pompadour.
You don't like my pompadour?
I feel like it would look ridiculous in cutscene.
Okay.
I mean, if you really like it, you can keep it.
It's okay.
Right. We need to do that. I need to finish the quest first, though.
Oh.
Oh, good. It's the easy one for ground clearing. Oh. You guys will be called up when your next MSQ's name is a Glimmer of the Past. If I recall correctly, I don't think you guys were that far behind being done.
Probably not that far. I get 157, that's nice.
Alright, it's fixed.
What's fixed?
My hair.
Oh, your hair.
My hair.
He picked the battle ready, Bob.
Got his hair did.
Uh-huh. I'm not saying it's the best look, but something different.
Might. Oh yeah, I need to look at the LatinoCon thing. I completely forgot about that.
Oh yeah, have they put out the physical package yet?
That's a good question. I know we'll have a patch tomorrow, so I ordered frames.
No. Aw.
Valkyr, Dev Stream, Armor Surgeon, Dev Stream, TinoCon.
Cyan Donna's pretty sick.
That Cyandana looks amazing. I want it. That's why I'm like, you know what? Get. Some of the money that Twitch gave me is going towards that.
Is it something that can be bought with credits or platinum?
No, it
No.
has to be cash.
Oh, okay.
It is $25.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
That gives you 475 platinum, 1 Regal Aya, the Rift Guard Cyandana, the Origins bandana, the Rift Guard emote, the TennoCon 2025 display, a ticket for Barrow's relay, the TennoCon glyph, and sigil.
Okay.
That reminds me. I should probably do some prime farming so I can have some Ducats. Because Morrow always has the good stuff on TinoCon.
He has everything he's ever had.
Yep, that's why I said he always has the good stuff. guess I must have got besieged by a dog while I was asleep.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because my head kind of feels like it's got a bruise on it, but I can't see it. But it feels like it.
Good
My mom's like,
grief.
it's kind of darkened. And then I was the big dumb earlier. I don't remember what I did. I just remember nailing the shit out of my hand, and I have a bruise on it too.
Jeez. I don't have
Yeah,
much
well,
energy
you know,
today. I don't know why.
I never have energy.
Well, you're healing.
It's
That
true.
eats up a lot of energy reserves.
Healing do. Healing do. I'm so happy. I now have my bonus, so I can get bonus junk for stuff. Freshness preservation.
Would you
That's
guys
the one I just did.
like to toss me an invite?
That's right. I will form the party.
Alright. Do you want to be the speaker?
Nom, 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 nom.
Is-
I can be speaker.
Okay.
Nom, nom, nom. You guys gotta catch up to me. I'm gonna do cosmic exploration until you guys are on a glimmer of the past.
We're on guidance of the
Okay.
Hetzel.
Alright, you
Guidance
need to
of Enzo?
teleport to,
Szechuan Springs.
yeah, Szechuan sauce.
Yep.
That's one sauce. Oh shit. Where's Have Breakfast? There it is.
Hang on.
Hi.
Alright, I have clicked.
How far down did you have to scroll for the TennoCon stuff?
I just googled Tenocon and it brought me straight to it.
Oh, that's a smart idea. See, I was looking through the Warframe thingy.
Yeah. Thou
I'm
will
going about
resolve.
it the hard
And
way.
Mr. Fister to boot. What can I do for you? We're hoping for some good news about the railroad. There's an increasing number of people looking to return to Tyrol that can't make the journey on foot. I see. As it happens, the Vow of Reason is also on its way here to take stock of the situation. Ah, scratch the on his way. Aaronville got some new digs. Nice.
Mhm. Did our little...
Did our little bud finally outgrow his old clothes?
That's what I clicked. That's what I clicked.
That's what I'm doing. I can't resist. Stop that. As you well know, my previous attire was that of a cleaner, and I have chosen a different path. It was time for a change. You're here about the railroad too? It was in part for my sake that the original Dawnblazer was sacrificed, so I felt it only right that I assist with its replacement. Speaking of which, I assume Lamachi has already explained the growing urgency of the need. What have you were to report? The new locomotive was on track for completion, but we're having difficulty pulling her into the station, in a manner of speaking. You see, when we used the Dawnblazer to get into the dome, urgency outweighed all other considerations, but now we're back to our original problem, how to run the railroad without upsetting the inhabitants of Mehuahetzel.
Yes.
That is ironic! Sorry.
That is the Roni. Though the Hetzaru have followed them are none too pleased about their Hetzel being spooked by the noise of the locomotive either. Solution I've devised to quieten the rail... To quieten? My brain is not processing that as a real word. Anyway, I've devised a quiet in the railroad should address that complaint. But a silent train presents a different danger. The Ronique will need to be deterred from wandering across the track. And now we suppose we can't just blow the whistle at them, or they'll panic and be put off the grazing again. Weren't the railroads plotted to avoid the Ronique's preferred grazing areas, though? It's odd that they're getting so close in the first place. The Ronique's grazing patterns have shifted since the tracks were laid. I am not certain why, but I intend to ask the people of Mehwathun for their insight. I hate that word. It's too big!
That's what she
That's
said.
what she said.
Lol.
As a major proponent of the road, I have a duty to assist in this matter, and I too would hear what the Hetsaro have to say about it. They are the ones most affected, after all. I believe it would be best to begin by consulting their leader, Kwato. The rest of you can accompany us to the Hetsaro encampment if you'd like.
Okay.
Like my mount?
I do.
Wanna watch something cool?
Yeah, sure. Nice.
I get electrocuted.
That's awesome.
Okay, that's...
So you just get to fly around as Rimuru? That's awesome.
I lived inside a little jelly. Great.
Mm-hmm. You're a slime.
Speaking
Okay.
of soul.
Yep.
Dude, I hate that it purchases that through Steam because it charges me tax for it.
Thou of resolve, thou of reason, I bid you welcome to our camp. But what brings you all the way to Mehwathun? Mehwathun. I hate it.
Just call it
I hate it so much.
Massachusetts.
Damn it. Massachusetts. What brings you to Massachusetts? And thank you for seeing it. Our visit concerns the matter of the Jacques Chirac Railroad. You too have noted the Ronique's unexpected change in behavior then. My son, Geppetto, has been looking into this matter.
What's wrong?
Geppetto?
What's wrong, Pinocchio? You're a real boy.
Normally, we'd expect the Ronique to keep to their favorite grounds nearby for a while yet, and despite a thorough search, we haven't found anything wrong with the quantity or quality of the grazing in Peninsula, and I hate other words.
Rionan and Yatanane?
Yeah, their words are dumb. Anyway, yet they refuse to keep to where they usually would, instead pushing westward toward your railroad. I certainly see no cause for this unseasonal migration. Nevertheless, should they continue to move west, we will follow. As any true Hetsaro would, I presume. Or suppose. Whatever. As you may have surmised, I am of Hetsaro descent. My parents traveled with the Ronique as well, though I myself have no memory of the experience. I was left behind as a babe, you see, during such a migration. One of many sacrifices necessitated by a nomadic lifestyle, I am forced to assume. Oh no!
We're gonna find out we're talking to his parents.
That'd be hilarious.
This is just what happens.
A chance encounter with a kind Pelu merchant was the only reason I survived. Taking pity on me, he taught me his trade that I might fend for myself. I became a stallkeeper in Tuliola's market, and that is where the Dawn servant found and adopted me. I had already been in the palace some time when Namachi came to join us. Like me, she had been cast aside by her parents, knew the pain of solitude, and wanted to spare her that suffering. As this tiny child's new brother, I swore I'd always be there for her. Truly, I have never heard of the Ronique choosing a path so arduous as to force such a terrible decision, nor of any Hetzaro willingly leaving their own flesh and blood behind. There must have been some exceptional circumstance. I cannot say. The idea of following in their footsteps that I might better make excuses for their actions never much appealed to me. But if they had good reason, wouldn't you want to know, even if it might help you to better understand the Ronique's current behavior?
Yeah, let's go with that one, the bottom.
Yep. As is so often the case, you are correct. Though my discomfort with the Hetzaro way may arise from fear of reopening old wounds rather than blind fervor for innovation, it would nevertheless see me repeat past mistakes, and refuse to learn one of our country's treasured traditions would make me a poor Dawn servant indeed. Please, teach me of the Ronique and what they mean to you. I promise to listen with an open mind. We would be delighted. In the meantime, your companions are welcome to look around. Will you learn of the Hetzaro culture with me? I should like to approach this with the fervent curiosity that you and my sister share, but it would be useful to know whether I am, doing it correctly. Then it's settled. You'll learn more of the Ronique, and we'll have a look around the plain, and perhaps in the process we'll find the answers we seek. Talking to Geppetto.
Pinocchio!
The quickest way to learn about our way of life is to do as we do. I hope you're not above manual labor. I am not the most experienced, I am ashamed to admit, but I shall put forth every effort. That's all we ask. Take these tools. Now, introduce yourself to anyone who looks busy and ask if you can help. They'll be happy to teach you what to do in exchange for another pair of hands to do it. Let us meet back here later to share what we've learned. I bet we're gonna go pick up shit.
Mm-hmm. That seems to be the way of life.
You're learning about the Hetzaro way of life, are you? I may have a thing or two to share, but rather than talking your ear off, let me test your powers of deduction. I find answers much easier to recall later if I arrived at them myself. Our Hetzo provide us with something that we use in medicine, poultices and soap, to drive away pests and to sustain our fires. What is it?
I would guess fat.
Bones? Hooves? Are hooves bones? Is it dung again?
I'm gonna guess the top
But
one.
I'm gonna say, is it dung again?
I'm going with the bones.
Sounds like there's a story there, but that is indeed the correct answer. It's dung.
Is it?
Yep, we've discovered myriad uses for Ronique chips over time, each a boon to our way of life. Where there is a need, our Hitso always provide.
Okay. Now, it says on this Airwheeler, summon forth your Airwheeler A9, the lights aren't merely for show and actually make it go. That is incorrect. Those are emissives. All those are a material overlay. That's literally all it is. So I don't want to hear that they make it go. They don't do shit.
This won't do. The wind will go right through it. Me without my needle and sinew. Hand over a mending kit. Oh, these are precisely what I needed. I should be able to patch up the covering now. Given how often we pack up and reassemble our tents, they're bound to get the occasional tear. Fortunately, the Ronique hide they're made from is durable enough that we generally needn't worry.
Do you know how thick a hippo's hide is?
Very thick?
2 inches.
That's thick.
Yeah. They're basically indestructible, and they're over, they're like almost 10,000 pounds. So yeah, they're pretty impressive. That and their 2-foot teeth. Tusks.
I'm afraid I've finished with my tasks for the time being. But since you're so eager to learn about our way of life, why don't I tell you a bit of our migration custom? If you're here, you likely already know that the Ronique are our Hetzo, our guides, that we travel with through the turning of seasons. We trust them to lead us to fertile lands with all we need to survive. But you may not know that sometimes the herd splits into 2, bound for different paths. On those occasions, we Hetzaro must also part with half of our number. You might think it a strange and stressful custom, but over the years it has seen us visit new lands and broaden our horizons as a people.
Humper boy.
Yup, Humper boy. Nice. This too is the wisdom of the Hetz. Do you have a plate, Humper boy?
I'm gonna hump him.
He's poor! Don't hump him, he's poor.
He moved away.
Are you violating people?
Always.
Oh yeah,
As you stroke the Ronique's coat, you note that many portions are shaggy and tangled. This one's fur is a bit overgrown, but a good brushing should thin it out. Would you like to give it a try? You'll need the right tool for the job, mind you. A comb of the type you're used to. A comb of the type that you're used to would just get lost in the tangle, like as not. Fur brush.
I feel like a Ronique's fur would be very coarse.
Ah, Geppetto sent a Ronique brush with you, did he? How like it? Now, just run it through one little patch at a time. Gently.
Did they give me the option to do the entire coat in one swing?
No.
Dude, he'd come out just bald. Ah!
You dutifully brush the Ronique until your arms grow weary from the prolonged battle with the coat. It appears much tidier now, though the same cannot be said of your clothes, which have acquired a new coat of their own. Well done! With less excess fur, our friend here will be more comfortable in the afternoon heat and less susceptible to illness. A combed coat also makes it easier for us to identify injuries, should the need arise. You smell of the grass and the wind,
Yeah, I just farted.
which is a good thing, I promise. You could nearly be mistaken for one of us. You even look the part. I have to wonder how Valkona is getting on. I assume he would be reluctant to get his hands dirty, but it seems his wish to understand us was sincere. Ah, there he is now. Ear wiggles.
Jeez.
Apologies for my tardiness. I was tasked with grazing the Ronique and ended up rather far afield. Found myself wandering hither and thither at my companion's inclination. To force us back to the trail seemed inappropriate. But how was your own work? Have you anything to share? Our life revolves around the Ronique, but in turn the people receive all they need. The Ronique are treasured members of this community, as important as family.
I'd say the bottom one.
Okay. Indeed, the Ronique provide for the Hetzaro, and in turn the Hetzaro are good to the Ronique, just as family should be. Mine is not the only way, though at times I lack the experience to know otherwise. My inability to conceive of how a decision might be right, does not mean that it is wrong. My parents had a duty to the Ronique, as they did to me, so I wonder if their leaving me behind was not so selfish as an act as I once believed. I have no way to know, of course. Regardless, this has no bearing on our present concern. We are here in service of the people of Tyrol, after all. Nevertheless, I thank you for helping me find deeper meaning in what we've done today. And I will endeavor to remain curious, especially when the Hetzo are concerned. Or where the Hetzo are concerned. I'm glad to hear that, Falcona. You're welcome among our herd any time.
Give me the gold.
Right? Gold stacks. Food doesn't.
Yup. They always give us some
It's
random
always
food.
different food.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're gonna give me more than one, you know, like I'd prefer if you're gonna give me food, give me like 20 of them. You know.
Make it worth my while.
Yeah. Because I might hold on to a stack of 20. I'm not gonna hold on to 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna delete that.
Lorna! How did it go?
Fuck you, Wuklamot. You're useless.
I believe I finally understand the significance of the Hetzo. They nourish the Hetzaro as they grow and provide warmth and companionship in a harsh and unpredictable world. They are the equal of any man, not beasts to be tamed. Moreover, Ronique are sensitive. Though we may treat their injuries or brush their coats to keep them hale, they must ever be free to follow their instincts and seek lands where they might thrive. The Hetzaro would never cage them, and neither should we. To control their migratory patterns or capture those who wander too close to the tracks is out of the question. Then it is particularly important to advance our original line of inquiry. Fortunately, we were able to visit the Ronique's once favored grazing ground. As we were told, the grass looks fine, but the place is too quiet. It's not just the Ronique, even the birds and field mice have fled. We did encounter one pack of Ceratoraptors, but they looked to be passing through in a hurry. Typically, that sort of behavior in the fauna would be associated with natural disasters, earthquakes, landslides, and the like. Though the Hetzaro would have surely put 2 and 2 together, were the cause geological. I measured the area's aether to be certain. There was indeed nothing to suggest recent environmental disruption, but I did notice one anomaly. A strong etheric signature to the moving across the plain, albeit slowly. A large animal, perhaps?
I'm gonna go with what do you think, Kona? I'm not giving him hints.
Okay. I'll wait till it shows up on your stream and I'll read what yours said.
Here, I'll make your life easier.
Given where we are, I believe we are dealing with a powerful beast. A predator, perhaps, given the local fauna's behavior. Now I gotta click into your stream in Discord. One of the raptors we saw looked like it had a bite taken out of its tail by something with very large fangs. It couldn't be, Urutetsu? Urutetsu. Ronic Reaver in the common tongue. Our people have several names for such creatures. Fangs that steal the Hetzo in the night is another evocative one. Roni can fend off many predators with their horns, but not the Tsurutetsu. Their scales are tough as adamant, and neither horn nor arrow can pierce them. A well-toothed carnivore with an unusually tough hide. I cannot recall any such fauna in this region. They usually roam the wilds in the northeast, and most herds keep well clear of them. I can't tell you why this one is so far from home, and it's packed both. In any case, I believe the source of the Ronik's consternation is clear. As it is our next move, we must drive this Reaver away that they might return to their grazing lands east.
Why don't we just kill it?
Never fear, we will make certain that the beast threatens you no more. Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Things like that.
Not again! The Ronic Reaver is a clear threat to the local population. We cannot allow it to roam unchecked, but it won't do for us to go running off in search of it without having made proper preparations, and if others returning from across the plain have spotted it, then they might be able to inform us of its recent behavior and where it may be found. Your progress through the upcoming battle will be saved at certain points. If the event that you are defeated, you will get to try again from the recent of these. Please note if you enter battles associated with their quest or log out from the game, this progress will be lost. Okay.
Nerd.
Pretty sure that's a duty command.
Yeah.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we dropped group.
That what that sample was?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. God, it is warm.
Why is he Japanese?
That's what I was gonna say. Why is he Japanese?
Look.
Thank you very much, Womp. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm
I can
definitely
tell
feeling a
you
lot better.
why.
I'm still really sore, though.
I can tell you why. Because the client settings save between both of those clients, even though they're different. When I was there, it was set to Japanese for the Steam client, but they are the same install.
Oh, wait a second. So it's your settings I'm listening to?
Yeah, that's my settings because they share between the two, which is dumb.
Damn it, hun.
Look, you should have.
I just like how he ran and was like, yeah! And I was like, that ain't English.
Not English.
It's Ronek, apparently, instead of Ronique.
Dude, Wuklamot sounds so much better in Japanese.
Yes, she does.
Like she's actually tolerable.
Mm-hmm. True.
I've got to fix this, though. I can't do Japanese.
I'm sorry, bud. I kept trying. I was gonna tell you because you kept getting on, and you're like, man, why does my sound so different? Just because it saves between both of them.
Oh, okay.
You were seeing my sound settings. You were. Yeah.
Oh, and it changes like the...
手分けしてかかれば
Holy crap, this is big words.
Don't love those big words.
It's so thick.
She said.
Where do I change the audio from?
System config ... It'll be a drop down. You're welcome.
Time to learn Japanese. I couldn't do it.
Look, if you... you listen to anime enough, you pick it up.
I mean, I definitely watch a lot of anime, but not enough to ever learn a language.
Oh. I know what a lot of the words mean. But I've watched considerably more anime than you have, and I watch it specifically in sub, so...
Believe? Yeah.
There they are!
You can't help it.
They're terrified.
The
We must
Japanese
do what
may
we
not
can
be able
to
to do
soothe them.
accents, but it sounds nice.
Yeah. Am I supposed to right-click them, or...?
There's a little sparkly spot on the ground that you're supposed to click on in front of them.
Oh! That makes sense.
You feel dumb.
I only know what hentai is because of Final Fantasy XIV. Nice.
What?
Hentai!
Okay, you need to explain to me why Final Fantasy XIV is specifically the reason why you know what that is.
I'm guessing, you know... We've all seen the general chats. We know what they get into. They do some stuff that's a little questionable.
That herd should be alright. Let's look for stragglers.
I still have to fix the audio just a little bit. It's a little too loud. There we go.
I like how my audio settings when I was there are different than when they are here because the headsets are so different.
None shall be left
Yup.
behind.
That and I have immersive audio, so it's way different.
Lim just shout chat while waiting for static. Yeah, that would do it.
On an
Something
American
up ahead.
server, or are you on
Come.
Tomberry?
There!
These are no match for the likes of us.
It's a wild thing to learn now on a video game.
EU? Okay, yeah, I mean, I can see it.
EU. Okay.
In a panic was clearly an understatement.
You play on Light Twintania? Okay.
Okay.
I play on light Zodiac.
More are coming!
I think I rolled a character on Zodiac the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was creeping on you on the lodestone. I was like, alright, where's his character?
I got this feeling somebody's watching me.
Yep, exactly. As he starts crying. Sobbing even.
Mm-hmm.
You're mine.
That is a chunky alligator, but absolutely no tail on it.
Oh yeah. Have you not seen the island one?
Why are they so Stubbs McGee?
I don't ask questions. I just accept it for face value.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming it's something akin to their dragon.
Oh yeah, their dragons are ass.
Does that make them bad dragons?
Definitely. My tum-tum hurts.
Yeah?
Not as bad as the past couple days, though.
You say tummy, and I think of the other thing. I don't think the incision.
It's definitely the incision and my penis. You're not wrong. That is absolutely destroyed.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
Yeah. You both have seen the carnage of what happened. It is not great.
For the father, at least.
I definitely have a BBC.
Where's...
A bigger, blacker cock. I'm so bruised.
Stop it. Liquid and nutrient supplements. Oh, it's the super juice.
Look there! We've got a big one coming!
Impenetrable scales and wicked fangs.
This should be my last quest.
That's our
Should
own
be able to
agreeable,
get the
and no
relic.
mistake.
Excited about that.
There, that one there. Not so fast.
This is another one of those days where I may have to take a shower to cool down.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Dude, it's so hot. It's so hot.
Even should it cost me my life.
Thank you, Misery Index.
I will save the head soul.
Shoot it in the throat.
Trixie doesn't like that.
You're not wrong.
Kona, are you
I was
right?
caught up in combat. What don't I like?
I
Think
said,
about it.
I said, shoot her in the throat because I was talking to the enemy, and she goes, Trixie doesn't like that.
I'm sorry, Terminus.
Nothing to fear.
Smile and wave.
We'll just say Kitty.
Smile and wave.
We're just gonna say Kitty's not a quitter.
True. True.
Right. Let's finish the
Look,
job.
I've always said it. The fact that I can prove it, that's what matters.
You can.
I made a vow to
Ugh.
my people. You shall plague them no longer.
Apparently there's a strawberry Jack Daniels. It's pretty good.
Okay.
I think it and the peach are tied. I like both of them. They're both pretty good.
You'll find the vow of reason
The down home
is
punch is
not
the best.
without resolve.
The Lynchburg lemonade from Jack Daniels, also really good.
Damn it! Not even a scratch!
Buy me some time to think, will you? It must have a weakness, and I will find it. Keep it busy. I need time.
Yeah, this thing takes no damage.
Right.
We've done
Go
it.
for the legs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hello.
Now we just have to keep it pinned. Get thinking, Kona.
Oh, I forgot I got a big bang.
A protective current of ether. But whence does it flow?
Nobody loses on this one. This is a good roulette. Yeah, dark blue dot.
I've got it!
Cool style.
One well-placed...
Where did he pull this out of?
And... You're done for!
His prison pocket.
Yes.
Dude, no kidding.
He's a machinist. They pull that kind of stuff out of their ass all the time.
That ain't a normal machinist gun.
Protective ether.
That is.
In PvP, it is.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's a limit break.
Nothing's stopping us now.
You can almost one-shot someone with it.
Jeez.
But I think they nerfed it, so it'll. But it's still very effective to hit someone who's running away with low health and be like, "Gotcha,
Fine with
bitch!"
me.
I was just a little confused that he pulled a 50 BMG out of his back pocket.
You know, it can transform from a little box to a big rifle.
Yeah, but he'd have to switch out the bolt carrier and, you know, the upper.
We must disperse that ether ere the river recovers it.
Yeah, but nothing realistic in a video game.
Yeah.
This is going to hurt.
There, it died. I wonder if anyone's ever died on that fight. Because it really is not a hard fight.
We did it.
Tedious long, but
Mm-hmm.
The Etso, are they?
but dying? Nah.
The Ronek have all made it to Mehua Hetsuan. Hunters are scouring the area for any remaining threats, but the local fauna appear to have calmed down.
We cannot thank you enough for your timely aid. You, most of all, Bow of Reason. We feared you would be loath to take direct action, yet you didn't hesitate to put your life on the line for our Hetso.
I did no more than is a Dawn servant's duty. The ethereal conductivity of those scales is astounding. I dare say we could repurpose them to create a device that emits controlled pulses of ether.
Ether resembling that of the predator the Ronek fear most. It might work. If we struck the right balance, we would have the means to deter the Ronek from approaching the railroad without causing them undue distress.
Incredible! Kona, you've done it again.
I must say, I was hoping I'd never have to see one of these again. Still haven't forgotten the last one. And it's been more than 20 years now. I had come as a trader to the camp in Lozeniheta. A camp that was obliterated in an instant by that monster. Lozeniheta. That's where the Pelu Pelu trader found me as a babe. Please, can you tell me what you saw? As I said, I had traveled there to trade with our fellow Hetzaro. Like us, they followed the Ronek. And like us, they were visited by a reaver. The fiend struck like a whirlwind in the night. It was chaos. I grabbed some token belongings and bolted in a panic, thinking only of getting as far as
Get in.
But even in my panic
Jesus.
state, I could not help but notice the young
Toot the
couple
horn.
racing the other way.
Sorry.
Fell creature. Well distracted, I heard one.
I was
cry.
about to say,
Save our
hopefully
son.
I'll get
Save
into
the
a Molten
Hetzel.
Core Blackwing Lair raid tomorrow.
Mm.
After that,
Mm.
nothing but
I'm
the
on
pounding of
the
my
bench,
heart
but
and
they
feet
told me
and
to
Rodak thunder.
be ready.
I ran and
Because
ran.
some of those who are
As the sun
supposed to
broke
be
the
there,
horizon,
they're
I
questionable
found
if they show
myself
up.
separated from both man
So I might get
and
lucky.
beast.
Are they like?
Windborne words say that a group of
Are they questionable
survivors
because they're
reunited
unreliable,
with
or are
their
they questionable
remaining
because they
Ronek,
'cause they said something
and
might?
have long since moved on.
Unreliable.
but
Sounds
still
like they
more
don't need
were
to
never
be
seen again,
prioritized over somebody who
including
might
the
actually be
brave
there.
couple.
Mm.
Or so the story goes.
But yeah, we'll see.
Yep.
And let's see how much I.
I'm afraid I don't know. But if he wasn't with the survivors, even if he lived through that night, the wilderness wouldn't have been kind to a little one out on his lonesome.
Maybe not. But perhaps a passing Pelu Pelu would. And one day, even a Dawn servant himself. All these years, I was convinced that my parents had left me behind to follow after the Ronek. But now I see, they didn't abandon me. They were trying to keep me safe. I've wasted so much time resenting them, when in truth, they gave me everything I have today. It is thanks to them that I live to know the warmth of family, even after they were gone. And now that I am Dawn's servant, all of Tuliyola is my family. A family I will always protect, as my parents protected me.
Alright, my cutscene's over.
Mine's been over.
Okay.
Damn, get wrecked.
I didn't have to change my language, so I'm good.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
To know that the Hetzo are safe is more than enough. Yet, would it be wrong to hope that, in protecting them, we also avenged my parents? It is the least I owe to them, after all this time. Sister, I thank you for standing by me, as Dawn servant and as the often perfect man beneath that mantle. Now, let us return our attention to the matter that we came here to address, shall we? We have removed the root cause of the Ronek straying from their favorite grazing, and obtained the tools to devise an additional precautionary measure, a silent whistle, as it were. This whistle may be capable of emitting pulses of ether strong enough that they will shy away from the tracks on instinct, yet not so strong as to drive them into a panic. If we can achieve this, it will be a far sight better than the traditional whistle, more effective and less stressful than for the creatures themselves. Let us return to Shaloni Station and begin work on it. Then, Walika and his crew will doubtless be relieved to finally have a solution.
Alright. Do I have slow flying or something?
Oh, you must have hit the bug. There's a bug sometimes with when you take off and mount at the same time. It makes you go
Oh, there
really
we go.
slow.
There we go. I had to re-land. That's stupid. Why don't they fix that? That's like a 4-second fix.
Because it's an inconsistent bug. It doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah, they literally just have to put a delay or, you know, have it check your speed. And if it's not right, they just gotta fix it. It's simple.
It's fine.
It's not! That's something they should fix!
Anyway, continuing on. You look pleased about something. Good news for the railroad, I take it? So, the Ronek were avoiding a predator. Smart ones they are. And Valcona's not too bad himself, what with this whistle idea. Sit tight, we'll have this train on the tracks before you know it. Sit tight? Yes.
What if I put no?
You can't make me. You're not my mom.
It's true.
We're ready to go.
That's the worst looking train they could have done.
Whoa. She looks as good as new.
If I had time to do a proper job, I could have really made her shine.
Can I take just like 10 bites?
Just eat it, dude.
Had to
And quit your complaining about it.
Spare parts.
Hey.
We refurbished the interior, though. Not that you can appreciate it from out here. But as far as the Ronek are concerned, we've spared no effort. From the ballast to the ties, we've adjusted every bit of the track so she'll run quiet as a field mouse.
You and your crew have worked wonders. Our nation is in your debt.
Come now. If anything, credit's due to Tuliolal. It's thanks to the folk you recruited from every corner of the continent that we were able to get her up and running so quickly. Besides, the ethereal whistle's the true marvel, and we wouldn't have that without the scales you brought us. However grateful you are, know that we're even more thankful.
Right. If we're done talking, let's put this train through our paces.
There's a Ronek up ahead. Now, to test our whistle.
On it. Just point it in the general direction and...
Mercy. Your current means of superficial ceasefire. I have to speak. People listen. Case go, case manager.
It's moving away.
I've been looking. Budget, watch, money, rain, cash.
Meanwhile, our friends over there appear wholly unperturbed.
Will be done. The access no fire. So they can for your location. But this will never.
With this, we can alert those who wander too close without disturbing the rest of the herd.
A roaring success! In a quiet way, like. Then with your permission, Vow of Reason, the Shaktaral Railroad is back in service.
Hmm.
For a while there, we were really worried that we'd never get the railroad running again. But now that the test drive was a success, we could breathe easy and start hauling people to and from the dome. First Shaloni, and then the continent. Watch out, Shock Tiral! Here we come! I share the sentiment, but we got a mountain of work ahead of us to ensure smooth operation. Time to get back to it. The efforts of all here today have not gone unnoticed. Once more, I thank you. I thank you. As for our own work, I trust you can handle the matters in Alexandria, Lamachi? Our favorite talk to Wook Lamont.
I don't want to, 'cause she's a slut.
Well, it's possible that sales made some headway by now, and regardless, we should spread word that the railroad's been restored to service. Sarah, what do you have her working on? Kaluza's mother. I'd feel the same in his shoes. Have felt the same. Some questions are painful to leave unanswered.
Your mama dead.
There's no cause to look at me like that. The Kafkiwa we met may have only been a simulacrum, but her memory was real. I needn't search for what she's left behind, because she left it with me, and I will carry it always.
His little dangly.
Speaking of things you carry, is that a teeny tiny Kakiwa? What? No. It is merely a token from Alexandria. Our friends in Oblivion would not take no for an answer, and I thought it a good souvenir as any. Whatever you say, for what it's worth, I think it's a nice way to bring her with you on your travel. Yes. Well, you're off to the dome now, aren't you? I thought I might join you for a time, see if there's aught I can do for the people there. Much changed though it is, I still consider it my home. Of course, we can give you the full story on the way.
I hate not having any energy. Like, I feel dead.
I'm sorry, honey.
I think it's gotta be from recovering from this. But I have none.
Oh, 100%.
From all that, yeah, then you're actually getting some fatigues.
Yeah. Terminus, you saw how bad that thing looked, right?
The stitches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm tore
What am
up.
I doing running away? There's an Aethernet I can... I'm an idiot.
I don't know, where are we going?
Neon Stein, I think, to get to the back room.
Okay. Place's got poison gas, be careful! Alright.
Oh, I had the perfect emote I could have done too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I just got it today from the Gold Saucer event.
Okay. Let me know when you've talked to Graha. Because I've got it clicked on.
I've clicked on him.
I don't think it'll be voiced, but you never know. Nope, of course
True.
not.
A simple yet elegant solution, and thus is the railroad back in operation. Meanwhile, Shale has nearly finished processing the data. She will be able to share her findings with us imminently. Click. Ah, Y'shtola. I'm interrupting something, I gather. Why, Y'shtola! What brings you here? I've seen enough of the gate of the Skydeep Cenote for now, so I'm shifting my investigation to living memory. While there, I thought it would do well to have the company of an expert on electrope. I'd like to take a closer look at the place myself. I can join you once we've finished here. Lest you fear I've forgotten, once I've made headway with living memory, the key in your keeping shall be the next subject of my scrutiny.
There was a mountain of data to sift through, much of it tantalizing, I admit. But it will take time to fully decrypt everything that piques my interest, so to answer our immediate question, I've been concentrating my efforts on the audio saved by Teishulja herself. While I've not listened to it yet, I have a selection ready for playback. Would you like to hear it now?
Yes, please.
All right. Several audio files will now play in sequence.
My name is Teishulja, and I decided to record this to help me put my thoughts in order, I suppose.
Mother?
Officially I was a Virgin with the Landsguard. I was part of a contingent dispatched to Yasulani to hunt a Tural Vidral that was wreaking havoc. After our mission was complete, I elected to remain. It was the perfect opportunity to document the geographic distribution of medicinal herbs in this region. Or so I said when requesting special dispensation. In truth, I could not bear to return to Tuliolal. I had hoped to aid Commander Zoralja in the right of succession, but he did not so much as look my way. I was never in contention, of course, one of the nameless many in his army. To go back and face that reality was too much for me, so I ran, and in my cowardice, I stumbled upon this path, a path that changed my life. When the dome appeared, I found myself trapped within, and reunited with my commander. How am I to speak of Commander Zoralja? I admired him. His incontestable strength, his unwavering focus. He was a man of great passions. I watched him, captivated by his intensity. From afar, I would not dare approach. And in watching, I came to know him. His eyes too sought the distance, but not as mine did. He yearned not for another, but something else, beyond the horizon. That gaze would never fall upon me, I knew. I knew. The experiment will soon proceed to its next phase, and Winnie does as he promised. I will have my heart's desire. Today. It should have been today. A new beginning. What I have dreamed of for so long. I hold a future in my arms. If he could see him, embrace him, surely that would be enough. So full of hope I was. A foolish hope.
Its scales are blue.
He's your son.
Ow.
I can't.
You okay?
What'd you do that for?
I just hit my knee.
Why'd you do that?
I don't know how. How could I? How? To raise a child, be a father.
Mr. Rolljaw doesn't know how children are born.
I can't.
When you stick your lizard dick inside of a lizard woman, a lizard baby is made.
Get it away from me.
How you like this?
Away from me.
It's all right, little one. Papa was just surprised. That's all. He'll come around. We'll be a happy family. Kaniloka's shouting for me. The research hasn't been going well, but I can't let him take it out on my baby. Hush now, little one. I know just where I do.
That's all of them.
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the drift downs a few years ago.
We know some manner of accident happened at the facility after this was recorded. Perhaps your mother couldn't come back for you.
Hey, Gololcha.
I'm fine, Lamarchi. Father and mother, they were both so lonely. If we could have been together, maybe they wouldn't have been. But sometimes things don't work out, no matter how hard you try. I can't tell if I'm happier now. But it's better to know, I think. Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
Speaking to you, Sola.
Okay.
It's better to know. A profound response for one so young. Though I wish you didn't have to be, Guluja is indeed wise beyond his years. Yet one never outgrows the need for dependable companions. 'Tis fortunate that he has you. Thank you, Shale. Because of you, I got to hear my mother's whole story. You heard it because you were brave enough to listen, Gululja. If you remember one thing, remember that. He's so cute. Now then, having shared what I can at present, I am ready to head to living memory when you are. I am planning to be thorough, so we will need to stop for supplies on the way. That said, I promise we won't remain over long. You know we all have much and more to attend to. For now, farewell. Geode. A word before you leave. Our network's already spreading word of the railroad. We expected people would be clamoring to get on the first train back. Yet the reaction's been the polar opposite. Scant few seem inclined to depart Alexandria at any time soon. What? When we spoke before, you said many from Tuliyola were eager to reunite with their friends and family. Maybe they're concerned about getting through the vanguard? If so, we could take turns accompanying them. In any case, we need to speak with the people ourselves. Let's start at lane node 9. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
I'm not gonna lie, I probably won't be able to do too many more of these. Like, I just don't have any energy. Like, none.
Is there something else you'd rather do?
Honestly, at this point, I would just be watching anime. It's like I'm zapped.
I know how that goes.
I mean, I'd like to continue this, you know, like, maybe we could do it tomorrow, but I'm just so gone.
I feel that. My nap wanted to continue longer, but I had to call it short.
I mean, I slept till 4 in the afternoon, and I'm still tired.
I know. It took a minute to wake you up.
Yeah.
There may be still people gathering in Praxis Park. Let's try there first.
The people look uneasy. Did something happen?
Have you heard? Someone was killed in the Thunder Yards.
The Thunder Yards was one of the hunters slain by a beast.
It was a hunter, all right, and a veteran at that. But it was no fiend that did him in. Only a random bolt of lightning.
Such a senseless way to die. They say that he expended his last soul cells during Zaraljar's attack on the city.
For an upright, hard-working man to meet such an unceremonious end, it feels wrong.
But we'll be fine, won't we? Even if the system no longer erases our memory of the departed, the regulators continue to function. I shan't go before my time. Growing old and passing peacefully with the help of the ushers is only natural.
Well, you may think so, but how are we to know? We have no memory of those who have gone. More may have met violent deaths than passed from old age, and we would be blissfully unaware. It could happen to you, or me. to any of us.
Then what are we to do? Spend every waking moment thinking only of how we might die?
With time, I had hoped that they'd be able to adjust to their new situation. But it's only gotten worse.
Look! It's Queen Sphene!
Not her again.
I'm just like, what the fuck? Didn't we kill her?
What?
Mm-hmm.
Help, Queen Sphene! The grown-ups are really upset, and I don't know what to do!
I see that you are as kind-hearted as ever, Nico. Never fear. I'm here to set things aright.
I don't understand. Sphene is gone. Forever. You there, Gusson. You were the Queen's aide, weren't you? What's the meaning of this?
Begging your pardon, Vow of Resolve. But Her Majesty Queen Sphene is paying visit to her people, as is her wont.
What are you talking about? Sphene is dead. You officiated the funeral yourself. We all placed flowers to mourn her passing.
A funeral? For Her Majesty? What a curious jest. You know full well that ceremony was to commemorate those lives lost during the attack of Alexandria. Her Majesty walks among her people that she might support them in this most trying of times. Surely that is not cause for consternation.
Your Majesty, won't you free us from these terrible memories of the departed? This is no way to live, not for us, nor our children.
I wish that I could. Truly I do. But with living memories shut down, even I cannot restore the system that once afforded us that comfort. You needn't fret, however. I have prepared an alternate solution.
All of us shall be made endless.
I have created a new system that allows you to transplant your memories directly into an ethereal vessel. One not reliant upon soul cells. This way, you need never again fear death. You may live as you please, and for as long as you like. Our stores of ether are, at present, not sufficient to provide this boon to everyone. But some of you received neo-regulators for the funeral ceremony, did you not? And there are still more we have yet to distribute. 5,000 in all. One day soon, those with neo-regulators will be called to join the Endless, and thence be free of suffering forevermore.
But only 5,000 of us?
You Victral! The real Sphene would never be content to save only some of her people. Who are you?
am Sveen, the Queen of Reason.
Let's return to the back room. I need to calm down, and then we'll talk.
Right. I'll try one more time and get some sleep.
There you go.
Good luck.
So yeah.
Have a good night.
Have a good
I'll
night.
talk to you. Yeah.
Good night, man.
Night.
Talking with Cryo.
Alright.
We only caught the proclamation from a distance, but I can tell you that the message about neo-regulators was received with utmost clarity. It couldn't have been Speen. She should have been destroyed when the Mesa terminal shut down. Without a single Alexandrian to bear witness, presented with an identical figure claiming to be their beloved queen, 'tis no surprise that they would choose to believe she's alive. What is troubling, however, is their denial that the funeral was held in her honor. It is as if their memories have been erased. Given that the members of Oblivion remain unaffected, that was likely the work of the regulators. But by whose design? Someone smart enough to play at being the Queen of Reason. In that guise, even if someone suspects deception, most of Alexandria will be on her side. We need to find out who she really is.
Why don't we just go to war and kill all of them? Be simple.
While I agree wholeheartedly we should avoid drawing more attention than we already have, we must be patient until Oblivion's network turns up a lead, or until our self-proclaimed queen makes her next move. Meanwhile, in living memory,
Where am I?
Everybody's in. He's just going to the station. There's a couple of Russians.
My people. Are they safe? Why am I?
what was the quest you said we needed to get to, Katie?
a glimmer of the past.
We have reached it.
Okay.
Okay.
But I think that that's probably about all the theme that Josh has.
Yeah.
I hate to be that guy, but I just don't have any at all.
You're being that guy. You're being that.
I know, I'm so sorry. But I promise tomorrow we'll go for longer. I'm just, I don't know if I've got mono or what, but I'm talking 0 energy.
You are healing.
I mean, that's
that
probably
takes
bad.
energy.
Yeah, but my body's got an excess amount of healing. I shouldn't be out of this. I mean, if I can Wolverine it up after hip surgery, I should be able to heal from this quickly.
I don't know what I would consider bigger damage to your body. But I think having a large chunk of your abdomen removed might scrump your hip.
They had to sledgehammer a titanium rod into my femur, twist the femur 26 degrees after they cut it in half, and then rebuild my hip and reattach my labrum.
That's like that's like a then and there shock to the system.
They had to also manhandle your junk.
It's true, my dick didn't look like this.
Yeah, with all that bruising, you might be suffering from a little bit of anemia.
You know, there's possibility. That would make sense.
That will definitely make you feel like a kitten.
Yeah. Would you guys like to watch some fairy tale?
You can watch fairy.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Let me finish this craft first.
Yeah, you do what you gotta do. I'll shut my stream down. I appreciate everyone that hung out. I'll chat with you all tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get a little more time in. We'll see you then.